Alrighty, this is gonna be what September 19th trade recap. Let's go over it. So coming into the day, obviously we're at all-time highs. I wanted to be bullish, and then something I was looking at. I know there's a lot on the screen, but bear with me. Something I was looking at is okay. So we had this 6 o'clock 4-hour candle, and we had this 10 o'clock 4-hour candle, and right, this was an obvious draw on liquidity, and this was an obvious downside draw. When I was looking at it, we had this 10 o'clock candle that could have played as a range. Obviously, just look how high resistance is. It swept out the low, reversed back up, swept it out, came back up, swept it out, came back up, swept it out, came back up. So we were just failing to break below this range. So it told me that price wanted to just, this was super high resistance sell side, and price wanted to distribute to the buy side. Also, knowing that we're all time highs, longs are just the most probable play. So that's kind of what I was looking at. And this was previous day high as well. So lots of stuff. And then when you go to the hourly, we had this low, which is the 6 o'clock candle low that was from yesterday that tapped into both these hourly gaps. So we like kind of had no reason to come back lower because we already got this like massive retrace in this leg. Because like you could see, like, right, we had this first displacement up, hourly back down, this retrace back up, retrace back up, and then we kind of just consolidated. Yesterday was good PA, and then the rest of the day and overnight session we kind of just consolidated, accumulated. This is kind of an AMD setup, to be honest. We just accumulated, manipulated the low. It was a lot of manipulation, obviously, as you can see, and then we started displacing. During London, we had an hourly change of state out of this hourly gap and manipulating all these lows, and so that's just what made me be bullish. Now for my entry, right, this is what I was seeing. Okay, so we have this 15-minute gap that got formed pre-market. This is the 9:30 candle open, and we have this 15-minute gap. So, right, if this is all just manipulation to sweep out this high and then displace lower, then price would displace higher, wick out this high and this high, and then reverse and inverse these gaps because these are the highest time frame gaps in this leg up. And ideally, they also took out these highs, all these low resistance sell side. This is another low resistance sell side, and this is external buy, buy side. So ideally, if we were bearish, we would just wick out these highs and start displacing the downside and inverse, which is kind of looking like what we're about to do. But market opened lower, as you could see, and we put in this 15-minute bullish SMT inside of this gap. We tapped into this gap, but we failed to take this low, but we took it on ES. And we had this 15-minute range that formed at 9:30, and we took out the low. We made relative equal highs at the high. So I was like, all right, this looks pretty obvious. So market open is here. We have this up close candle and market open, and then just chop work, to be honest. And then we obviously, let me mark out this SMT. We obviously have just remanipulation. Honestly, you could have said this is the change since we remanipulated the low, but I just go off the first candle, down close candle. So this is the change for me. We finally got our last thing of manipulation of this low, started displacing. Honestly, I think I might have prematurely entered because I thought we got the change, but like if you zoom in really closely, we didn't technically. And so what is it called? We formed this gap and we started kind of just like accumulating in this gap. You had the displacement like lower and then just high, low, formed this new low, turtle soup the low inside the gap, got a 1-minute close. And this leg was the major leg up. We had this major displacement leg up. This high right here is the 15-minute CRT high. So that's where I went break even. There's a chance price reverses there. This is, what high is this? This is this other low resistance buy side that I was targeting. I took off 5 cons there. And the last TP was previous day high and all-time highs. As you can see, we got our displacement, top tick the move, and now we're in this 1 minute gap, kind of just moving nowhere. This is 10 a.m. also as well. 10 a.m. just open high into this 1 minute gap, so gotta see what price does. We now just formed this fat 945 range, so that's basically the entirety of the trade. So we had hourly displacement towards all-time highs. We had 15-minute bullish PD arrays. We put in a 15-minute SMT. We had a 15-minute bullish range. We had a 1 minute change with a 1 minute gap that was also protecting my stop. And targets were some just low resistance buy side and all-time highs. And that's pretty much it. Oh my God. Oh, that hurt. But yeah, honestly, today was like the last 2 days have been really good. Yesterday I didn't take a trade because I was a little bit more like wary because like as I was explaining, like I want setups to be high quality but risk to just be higher. Like on this trade I risked 535 I think, but I only made 740, and that's just because I take TPs. I just like taking TPs, to be honest, like just securing a little bit of position, because there's always a potential that price reverses after taking this last level of low resistance, because all-time highs, like, it's just safer in my opinion. I guess you should be trading riskier, but this is just the style I like to trade. And yeah, this was basically the whole trade, and that's it for today. Done for the whole week. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Peace.